What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Your host, Mr. LLC, here back with another one. And today we're going to replace the valve pin in the S45 Mini. So what you're going to need are these tools here. You're going to need a 5mm and a 4mm Allen wrench or Allen key, however you want to refer to it. You'll need a wrench, adjustable. At least that's what I choose to use. You'll see what I'll use that for here in a second. And a flathead screwdriver. And of course, your valve pin kit. Comes with O-rings in case you need to change those. But we'll see if we need to do that today. I doubt we do, but I think my problem is the valve pin. I'm having a problem with my trigger resetting. After I fire, it gets stuck back here and it will not go back forward for whatever reason. So that's what we're going to do today. So first off, we're going to make sure we have our air gun on safe, which we do. S for safe, F for fire is pushed back for safe, right? See, fire, it's in safe mode. There is no ammo. Make sure you are unloaded. Okay. We need to relieve the pressure in the tank before we do anything. As you can see, we are pressurized. Okay. That's where our wrench comes in. What we're going to do, what I did was I put some tape so I don't mar anything on the surface here. Just go ahead around your gauge, get to the size you need. Once you get there, you give a turn counterclockwise, and there goes your air. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and let that bleed out, and then we'll come back. All right, air is empty, looks like. While I was waiting, I went ahead and made myself a cup of coffee. You probably did the same. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this back. Now, don't go ham on this. You don't need to be gorilla tight, okay? Just hand tight. When it stops, that's when you stop. Okay. Now, we gotta take the tank off. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. And my fan's about to kick on. The heater fan out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this, and this. You need the 5mm for here, for this middle one, and the 4mm for these here. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get those started, and we'll wait for the heater to finish doing its job. When that fan gets on, it gets kind of noisy. Hang on. Well, let's see. We'll get started, and when the fan kicks on, that's when I'll stop the vid. All right. That's the middle. Got that cracked. Whew. That was tight. Got that loose. All right. I'm waiting for that fan to start any second. But while it's not on, we'll keep going. middle screw. Go ahead and check your O-ring. Make sure it looks good. Now notice there's no Loctite or thread lock or any of these on that one, okay? Let's check the smaller ones with the 4 mil. Okay, no thread lock or anything on there either. And the last one. And the same. Okay, set those off to the side. Now we just have to remove the bottle from our air gun. Just wiggle it loose. Here we go. While we're in here, we want to take a look at things, and right off the bat, we see a damaged O-ring. See that? Damaged O-ring. So we'll be replacing that. Hopefully one of those in the bag fits. So we'll replace that. Set it off to the side. And put it over here so it doesn't roll away. Okay, so now we need to remove the screw here. Get your flathead. Get it in your slot. Not much resistance on that, which tells us there isn't any Loctite on there either. So we have this off. While we have it off, we'll do like we did the tank and check our O-ring, which looks good. All right. Okay. Now we're going to remove from in here. You have your spring and your valve pin and everything else in here. Remove that. Make sure there's nothing broken in there that needs to come out. It's all clear. All right. We have our valve pin out. Here's our spring. And from what I understand, this spring is supposed to just slide in and out of here with ease, which it's stuck in there. So this pin is toast. Let's compare it with the new one. I have the new one here. New valve pin. Old valve pin. Looks the same, okay? Here's the old one, putting a spring in. Here's the new one. See, this one slides in and out freely, and this one, you can't even get a quarter of it in there. So this one's done. Hopefully this will stand up to a little bit more use and abuse than the previous. So we have that. our spring. Let's I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on the spring here. It seems a little bit dry for my liking. And let me cheers to you guys. All right, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of this Balkan Premium Tango Lube. It's great for stuff like this, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will say something. I'm just gonna get a couple of drops on here. All right, and then we're just gonna work it around the spring because you don't want this thing to be rusty, dried out, or anything like that. You want it to function properly. So just lube it up. Just a little bit. You don't need to go crazy with it, just a little bit. And put a couple more drops on. Put a couple more drops on there. It's for good measure. Roll it around, get it in all the spots. There we go. Nice and lube. Let me grab a towel so I can wipe my hands off. All right. Now let's put it back together. The oil off my fingers. Pin, spring, right in there. See that? Perfect. Okay. And you just put it back where you had it. Just like so. Get your cap. No thread locker, no tape, no nothing. Just put it back on. And when you're putting it back on, hand tight. When it stops, you stop. That's it. Now that that's done, let's deal with our tank issue.
Your lunch is ready.
All right. Our tank, we need to replace the O-ring right here. The other one looks fine. This one looks like it's seen better days. I don't know why. I've never had this tank off, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Just get a little one of those little screwdrivers or a little hook if you have it, just to get it under, and you can go ahead and start to get it rolled out of there. Look at that. Oh, shoot the heck. How that happened? No idea. So let's see. We should have one in here that fits. Out of the many in the kit. And there we have it. We got one. I'm gonna lube it just a little bit. Just give it a little bit of lube. Put it on my finger. Doesn't need to be dripping wet, just a coat of oil or grease. This stuff's good for O-rings. Excellent for O-rings. Go ahead and put it back on there. There we have it. Brand new O-ring. Let's go ahead and bing, get a little bit of lube on that one right there. Okay, that's good. Okay, we got that done. Wipe your fingers off. Get whatever excess you might have gotten on your bottle off of there. You don't need it. This, you don't need that either. Trash. Sip of coffee. And back to reassembly. Now we put our tank back. Let's go ahead and to the side, twist it, line up your holes. Once you get your holes lined up, I will start with the middle one. Just make sure it's seated. Okay, I will start with the middle one. Just get it in there. Then your grub screws, and don't forget, on any of these, no thread locker, no Loctite, no tape. Just put them back the way they came out. And you'll feel them touch the bottom, touch the bottle where it's supposed to. Let's get it started. And then I'm gonna drive this middle one home first. Hand tight, don't over tight. And then I'm gonna drive these home. Hand tight, don't over tight. Just as tight as they were when you took them out. And that's it. That's how you do that. Now, let's go ahead and air it up. See if it holds. All right, so here we have it. We've got the pin swap done and the impromptu O-ring change as well. This was something unexpected, but hey, it's probably good to see that it needed to get done and how to do it. So we got those in. We're holding strong on pressure for quite some time now. Filled this up a while ago and just been waiting about a half hour to see if it's still there, and air's still holding. And that's how you replace your valve pin and O-ring for your bottle. All right, I hope this helped somebody. It's your host, Mr. LSC, telling you something is better than nothing. Telling you to keep you and yours safe. God bless and peace. Shoot safe.